Brutal, without mercy. But you will be worse. Rip and tear, until it is done.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm the last guy on Earth who should be reviewing a game like Doom. I don't play first-person shooters anymore, especially not campaign-heavy single-player shooters. I know nothing of frame rates, polygons, pixel counts, vectors, or any of that other nonsense. What I do know, however, is that once I started playing Doom on my Nintendo Switch, I couldn't stop. This game is the perfect example of how a video game should be ported to Nintendo's portable console hybrid. If you're looking for an honest opinion on Doom's multiplayer, I can tell you right now that this review won't be for you. I haven't even tried it, not because it looks bad, simply because my current lifestyle, one with 2 kids and only a few hours at night available to play mature games like this, doesn't really fit with a competitive style of play. But if you want to know about the campaign, then let's get the show on the road. I used to play shooters like Halo and Call of Duty 6 or 7 years ago, but it was always mainly just for the online portions of these franchises. Never really been compelled to delve into a single player FPS before. It just never really appealed to me. Sure, there have been an exception here and there, but for the most part, I stayed away from them. I had heard great things about Doom in 2016, and I am a fan of the original classic, so when this was announced for the Switch, I knew I would at least give it a fair shot. Truth is, I've never played anything like this before. Doom is unapologetic about its campaign. From start to finish, it's all heart-pounding action. There is almost no breaks in between sections to catch your breath. It's so simple, yet it works so brilliantly. I've always hated filler in video games. I'm not the type of guy who plays video games for storytelling. I want action and I want gameplay. If you try and introduce new gameplay elements every hour or send me some diaries to read every 15 minutes, chances are I'll move to something else, especially if we're talking about an FPS. But Doom never has a dull moment. From the get-go, you'll face dozens and dozens of demons in wonderfully designed labyrinths. You can't stop moving or you'll get crushed. What makes this even more fun is all the different weapons you have in your arsenal. I don't remember a game where I actually used every single weapon in my inventory like I did with Doom. By the end of the game, you're juggling more than 10 different guns and each one is unique and fun to use. That's a key element there, fun. Every weapon is a blast to play with, no pun intended. Doom also plays with your nostalgia by slowly introducing new monsters as the game moves along, all of which are based on the 1993 original. There's also some kick-ass boss fights thrown in. Fighting these demons is simply pure joy. Probably the biggest compliment I can give the game is that it makes you feel like a superhero. Even when the odds are against you, there's always a way to advance, and with a devastating thrust of your chainsaw, nothing is impossible. The campaign has plenty to offer on its own. With 3 difficulty levels and at least 12 hours of gameplay even on the lowest difficulty, Doom is very well worth the unfortunate Switch tax. In fact, Doom has made me a believer in Bethesda and ensured that all future Switch releases will get my hard-earned money. I simply cannot wait for Wolfenstein 2 now. These are games that I probably would never experience if it wasn't for the Switch. Finally, I've played the entire campaign split between handheld and console mode. The game actually seemed to handle better for me in handheld mode. I've experienced minor sound issues when playing in dock mode. Nothing to be concerned about, but for some reason, those only occurred while I was playing on the television. It should be noted that Doom controls way better with the Pro Controller, although there are plenty of sensitivity options in the menus to make it more than manageable with the Joy-Cons. Let's wrap this up by saying that Doom is a kick-ass, adrenaline-pumping, no-holds-barred, old-school shooter that is a blast from the very beginning until the last credits scrolls by. If you have a Nintendo Switch and are looking for something different to play, give Doom a chance. It really is a phenomenal game.